Hi, good afternoon all. My name is Vishal Manocha, owner and director at Net Worth Immigration Solutions. Today I've come live definitely for answering a lot of questions which clients has. Definitely because of this COVID-19, people are not able to visit the office. Our office is also closed. Unfortunately, we all are into this scenario that uh, we have to stay at home, and staying home is the best possible thing to do right now so that you all are safe. Once obviously you guys are safe for your life, and definitely immigration is a part of it which can carry on. I know all the clients are into different situation. Net Worth Immigration has been helping their clients working online. We are still working online. We are available online. This session is particularly for admissions opening up in September 2020. And definitely, if you have any question, you can ask us in the comment box. I will also answer those questions, even if they are not related to admissions. So if you have any concern about any immigration topic today, I'll be available for another 30 to 45 minutes. You can ask your questions, and definitely, as I said, I would like to answer them for you. As I said, it's a hard time for everybody right now, and because there are no walk-ins available in our office. So basically, because at the walk-ins are not available, the only way to deal with the clients is coming online and answering their questions. So today I've come to this platform with the Facebook and Joy. We've got a lot of happy clients on Facebook page. We've got more than 33,000 visitors and like people who like our pages. So definitely I understand the people are following us regularly, and I'll be happy to answer any question you have. Today, as I said, the main topic of our discussion will be admission for September 2020. There are a lot of questions people have regarding admission. Should they start up their program in September, or should they defer it to the next intake? So definitely, we can understand there are a lot of concerns because of this COVID-19 that people don't have the right answer to their questions. So I would like to answer those questions today while being online. So first of all, if you're already, say example, you came in January and you want to start up your program in September, so you can go ahead and start up the program. The IRCC has again announced that the classes, even if the classes starts online in fall, you will be still eligible for your postgraduate work permit. So that is one of the good relief. So even there are no online classes, you should not take your gaps. You can still do online programs if you're especially in Canada. The programs, you can go ahead and do those programs online. Even if you do your 50% program online, you still are eligible for your postgraduate work permit. So for onshore application, right now the admissions are available in Ontario, in British Columbia, and Quebec. So there are a lot of options available for everybody. So if you are looking for 1 year program, 2 year program, post-secondary or postgraduate, whatever programs you're looking at, there are a lot of seats available September intake. Maybe the chances are, as I said, the program maybe runs online. All the universities and colleges have not yet decided uh, about how they're going to plan up, but chances are it's going to be maybe few of the programs go online, a few have been run offline, right? So it all depends. Uh, we have to look at what COVID-19 situation is after a couple of months, and maybe that will be a much more better time for the universities and colleges to decide what should they go ahead and do for the September fall 2019 in 20 intake. So now we have got one of the questions from Asmita here. What is the basic requirement for IELTS for a UG program? For undergraduate program, if you're already in Canada, basically the IELTS, even if your IELTS is expired, we have still got options available for you. Even if your IELTS is expired, Asmita, you can still have start up your programs there. But definitely the minimum requirement for post-secondary is 6 band with no band less than 5.5. But if you are somebody who is outside Canada, again you can apply with the same band. But if you want to apply with SDS rules, that is student streamline program, then definitely 6 band in each is the minimum requirement. Uh, Sorry, Matthew, thanks for joining us. Unfortunately, we don't have any office in Ottawa. Our office is in Brampton, Ontario, and India, we are based in Haryana and Punjab. So we have got these offices here, and we also have an office in Alberta, but unfortunately, we don't have any office in Ottawa right now. So as we have no offices there, but definitely, as I said, we are working online. So if you have any question, any concern about any question you want to ask me right now about any immigration matter, even other than admission, definitely I'll be there to assist you and help you here. So that's not a problem. But if you have any particular question, Matthew, definitely you can ask me right now. I'll be happy to help you. Not a problem at all. So coming back to the admissions thing, uh, admissions are open for September, and seats are already been, there are a lot of colleges in Ontario like Canadore, Alpha, Cambrian. All those colleges are already giving seats for September intake. May even, in fact, I got a message from one of the college today, that's Cambrian Henson. They are even still accepting application for May. So for May 2019. So if you're available for May 2019, if you want to have, definitely you can still get May admission for 2020. Seats are available, but only for onshore application. The people are already onshore, definitely they have their seats are available. Gap in studies is going to affect with PR as well. It depends. Param, thanks for answering that, taking up that question. The first preference should be you should not have any gap. Now you can see the uncertainty we all are facing right now. You don't know what the future has for us. So it's definitely preferable that you don't take gaps in your studies. If you're finishing your intake in September, it should be better that you start up your next intake in September itself. If your intake is finishing in August right now, because taking a gap, definitely you can, but it's going to prolong your stay in Canada, your time for study permit. The first priority should be getting work permit as soon as possible. And to get a work permit, definitely you need to finish up your programs. So as soon as you finish it up, you'll definitely get to your work permit stage as soon as possible. So other question we have right now is from, should we take 1 year or a 2 year education in Canada? Okay, that depends on the scenario. There is no say one yes or no to that question. It depends. Say example, right now, if you from your back home, you have done your bachelor's or you're a master degree holder, you've got a couple of years of experience before you came to Canada, and now you're doing a 1 year program, 1 year work permit, you'll only get 1 year work permit. Now, to get a PR in 1 year work permit is going to be a challenge. So preference is definitely you should have a 3 years work permit. But if you have a very strong profile back home and you think you can score good in IELTS, definitely you can get good CRS score, and then you can qualify even in work 1 year. Just thought of right. Last year we had the CRS score just now we had was 447, which was day for yesterday, which was very low. But the only thing was it was only for people who are on Canadian experience class. The people who have got 1 year experience in Canada, they only qualify. So if you, but you can imagine, right? 447. I think we never thought that the CRS is going to drop to 447. But just because of COVID-19, this is one of the positive things which came out of this COVID-19. So there are a lot of students who are in Canada who qualify. We got a lot of clients in these days, and they have definitely qualified for the PR through Express Entry, but only through Canadian Experience class. So this is the best time. So that's why I'm saying you never know when you're going to get the good opportunity. So try to finish up your education in Canada as soon as possible. So once you're on a work permit, once you have your 1 year work experience, that can still, we can create your Express Entry profile. And obviously, once you create your Express Entry profile, you have a better chance of getting a permanent residency as soon as possible. What's the last time to apply for September intake? September intake, it has just opened up. So we have still a lot of time, but definitely as soon as you secure your seats, because a lot of students are already applying for September intake. So as soon as you apply, the good for you. There's a question from Rahman. Hi, I've completed my 2 years graduation program from in college this April. I'm waiting for my passport because it's going to expire in Itna, but in Bangladesh, everything is closed for Itna. I just want to know if I for post-graduation work permit with this current passport. Yes, you can definitely apply for your work permit with this current passport, but unfortunately, your work permit duration will be only till the expiry of your passport. But that is not a problem at all. You can always extend your passport after that. And once your passport gets extended, you can again submit an extension, submit your passport again for stamping, and you get another extension for your work permit depending on the length of the program you have taken. So yes, Rohan, you can go ahead and apply for your post-graduation work permit right now. I'll advise you. If you have any if you need any assistance from us, definitely we can help you with your post-graduation work permit application. And once that gets through, and then you can extend your visas later on after that. So then we have Herman asking us another question here. No, you should give proper reason why what you did in meantime. That's not a question here. So there's another question from, hello sir, do you have an extended biometric date for Express Entry? Yeah, right now the biometric has been extended from 30 to 90 days. So it has been automatically extended. If you have got a biometric letter which has already expired within 30 days, you still have 90 days to do it. You can even basically maybe they extend it further. That's a possibility. If COVID situation doesn't improve, the chances are that biometric extension will be done automatically. So you don't need to apply for another extension. You'll get it automatically. How can we apply Express Entry from Quebec? Arvinder, definitely Express Entry is a federal government program, so anybody can apply Express Entry from anywhere in the world. If you do qualify, if you've got your IELTS, if you've got your West done, and if you are eligible right now, you have to create your Express Entry profile. This is the best time. You already see last time the draw was 447, which is very, very low as compared to it was 472 before this COVID-19. So there's a huge drop down. So this is the best opportunity to apply right now. Mohit, my work permit in Canada is about to expire. Can you extend it due to COVID-19? No, that COVID-19 will not give you any chance of extending your work permit. Extension of work permit is only possible if you're eligible. If your work permit expire and you don't have any status, then you can what the only thing you can do is either you go back to the study permit or you apply for a visitor visa. Whatever chances your visitor visa is going to give you a small stay. But even if you take a study after that, that doesn't mean that study is going to give you another work permit. If it was a post-graduation work permit, that because that is you only get it once in your life. But yes, if there's an employer and you get an LMI, then you can get your work permit again. That's another option you have. I wanted to know when can we expect back the normal Express Entry draws instead of CNP. Your answer would be help a lot. Thanks in advance. Ashwarya, unfortunately, there's no answer to that question. It seems it's going to take another couple of months before they start inviting candidates from outside Canada because they are uncertain about the international travel when it's going to open. So it's going to be a bit challenging. There's no exact answer to that question right now, but we all have to wait and watch. Unfortunately, this is we all are into a situation I don't think we have ever thought that we're going to end up having this sort of pandemic and we'll be locked down at home. But that's the life, so we have to take it as it is. Hello, sir. I'm from Nepal. I'm graduating, having 15-year work experience, but I don't have IELTS certificate. Should I eligible for Immediate Canada? Raj, it's going to be very hard for you to qualify without IELTS. So definitely IELTS is one of the requirements. You have to have your IELTS certificate before you qualify. What is the processing time for Indian PCC during COVID pandemic? I don't think right now it definitely is taking a bit of time, but they are not taking too much of applications right now for that because of COVID-19. As the programs are going online, so is it going to affect the PG? Param, if you do 50% of your program online, then it's not going to affect your work permit. But definitely, if the program length is more than 50%, then definitely the chances are it's going to be. Then you have to either take a drop in a gap. But I'm pretty sure if you start up in September, January definitely by January we should have in-person classes in the colleges. We are pretty sure maybe the chances are even we have classes during this September intake, but January definitely there's a probability that we have in-person classes. So if you take your September class intake, then you'll finish up your education by April, and definitely then you'll be eligible for your work permit after that. So that is one thing. Another thing I want to touch base on, I've got another question here. What is the post-graduation work permit actually? Suppose if I get 1 year post-graduation work permit, get the job after 6 months of work permit starting, then I have like 6 months of gaining experience. So that's why as I answered this question prior also, getting a 1 year work permit is not advisable taking a 1 year work permit because as you said, you have only 1 year, you study for 6 months, and now you have only got 6 months to get the experience. It's going to be very difficult to get to qualify under any stream. Definitely, especially if you don't have any experience back home in India or wherever you're from, you will have it will be a hard, challenging time for you. So it's always better, definitely, so that you have your 2 years work permit. 1 year, you only go for 1 year. Either you try to secure a job for yourself before even you finish up your studies, so that at least you get full 1 year of work experience because you are eligible to start working the day you apply for your post-graduation work permit. So that gives you 1 year and extra 2-3 months because the processing time right now for the work permit is another 2-3 months. So in total you get around 15 to 16 months. So that is a pretty helpful thing to have. But again, as I said, taking a 1 year chance is a bit risky unless your profile is very good. You should not go for a 1 year work permit. Is it possible to switch colleges after coming to Canada? Yes, it is possible, not advisable, but definitely it's possible. If you're not happy with the program, you're not happy with the course, definitely you can change your colleges and campuses. So it all depends. Sometimes people feel homesick say if you go to an area which is outside GTA, that maybe you're not feeling comfortable there and you want to switch to other colleges. Yes, it's possible. You can change your college, your program, And the good thing is you don't have to change your work study permit for that. You can still keep the same study permit, but definitely you make sure you apply for your study permit extension well in time if your study permit is expiring, because if you change the code, definitely the chances are the study permit will expire even before your program is done. I have a bachelor degree and I'm going to complete my diploma course by August 2020. I also showed 10 months foreign experience. So after I graduate, do I have to move out of Toronto to get PR, or can I get in PR after 1 year of experience? And which, see, basically, Said, you have a 10 months experience. Unfortunately, that is not going to help us out in any way, because either should have been a 1 year, complete 1 year work experience, which unfortunately is not. It's just 2 months short of a 1 year. So you'll be able to claim any points for that. Now come back to the same thing. If it's a 1 year program for you and 1 year course, then as I said you before also, it's going to be a bit challenging. Make sure you have got all your ducks in row, and you've got you have sufficient time to gain that experience, get your West done, get your IELTS done, and definitely it's going to be a catch situation if you have only 1 year. So as I said, it's always prefer that you have 2 year of study and get a 3 years of work permit. Other than that, like see, we have been talking about CRS coming to 447. We are getting a lot of questions about, is CRS going to drop further? Yes, I have been saying that from last couple of months. I have also been a couple of drop further. So if you are somebody who have just about finished their 1 year work experience, you got your VETs, you get your IELTS, get into express entry pool as soon as possible. As soon as you are there, into the pool, the chances are, you never know, you're just targeting express entry. Maybe you get an invitation from any province, because a lot of provinces are inviting people right now. The Alberta, again, they had a draw of 332 for provincial nominee program. So you always have a chance once you're into the pool. Shubham has another question. Hello, sir. Is this possible to work 6 months and knock B category job, and after that 6 months and knock O category? Yes, that will be considered, Shubham. That will be considered a complete 1 year experience. Even if you have 6 months of knock O, A, or B, it's a combination of any knock you have that is eligible for, if you are in Canada, but only in under Canadian experience class. Yes, it's possible. So you can go ahead and do, say, 6 months if you work for B level and O level, and you get 1 year complete work experience. That will make you eligible for the PR. There's another question from Mohit. Sir, I just got married. I am qualifying in current express entry CRS for go without sponsoring my wife as a PR. Can I sponsor her later after I will get? Yes, definitely, Mohit. You can sponsor your wife later on too, but that will be a paper application. First of all, your application is going to take around 5 to 6 months from now to get processed. Maybe it's delayed because of COVID. We have to wait and watch. But once you get your PR, then you can invite there's a spousal sponsorship application which you can do for your spouse while he or she, wherever she is right now. We can do it has to be a paper application, but it's going to take at least 8 to 10 months to get that paper application through. But definitely you should go ahead and process your PR first right now, and then I'll advise you to sponsor your spouse later on. But make sure you do notify the IRCC that you're married so that they are aware of your status. If I do a 2 individual post-graduate diploma program from 2 different colleges, 1 plus 1 year respectively, what will be the post-graduate work permit? Okay, if you're asking about the duration here, then definitely duration will be still 3 years. You have to complete two-year program, to complete academic year program to get eligible for 3 years work permit. If you do 1 year program, you get 1 year work permit. If your length of the duration is 12 months, then you get again for a 1 year only. So it's always better to have 2 years program, to have 3 years work permit. That gives you sufficient chance to get your work experience in Canada and international experience, which is definitely going to help you out later on, and then you can go ahead and proceed your PR. I have worked as a safety tech, also known as safety watch, for an Alberta-based oil and gas company. I was wondering what is the knock code for. Present, this is not something I'll be able to answer straight away. Definitely you can call our office, and our counselor is Simi, who looks after these cases. So definitely you can call our office, talk to Simi. She'll be able to help you out to find your knock, and definitely we can help you getting your PR process if you want. So if we apply work permit now, so when we get work permit? Right now, Sachin, the work permit processing time is around 2 to 3 months. But because of COVID-19, we have seen that the processing time has dropped a bit. the application now are being processed in 2 months. So you can expect your work permit coming in 2 to 3 months maximum, looking at today's scenario. Then we have got what is the next skill trade? Okay, Alan, unfortunately, these draws are not being informed prior. It only happens, and when they happen, they have been notified and they have been on their website. So there is no exact date. Definitely talking about ONP skill trade card class. Last year, if we take last year example, it was twice last year, once in March and then in December. But right now, we already had one draw, and we have to see when we have the next draw coming up. Not There's no exact date to it. So how do you get a permit in Canada as a teacher or scholar? Asman, you need, and if you want to come here for a work permit, I want to work, you need an employer who sponsors your work permit. And for that, the employer need to go through a process called LMI, Labor Market Impact Assessment. Once you go through that, the employer goes through that process, he gets a positive reply for that LMI, then you can apply for the work permit. So you have to have an employer who can help you getting that sort of work permit. Then when will they start processing study permit again? Again, we have to wait and watch. Then we don't know exactly. We are hoping it's going to be soon, but the cases are dropping in Canada, so chances are the new study work permit process of application will be processed soon. But as I said again, we have to wait and watch. It may take some time because of COVID-19. Maybe another couple of months, but we are hopeful for January. I'm pretty sure students will be able to come in January. September, we have to see how it goes. Maybe the students have already got their work permits or study permit before 18th of March. Maybe they are able to travel for September intake, it's fall 19 20 intake. Other than that, definitely it may take some time, maybe a couple of months more before they start processing, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's more quicker than that. We have to wait and watch how it goes. Arvinder has a question. Sir, if I applied work permit, then I start work full time or not? Yes, Arvinder. The day you apply for your post graduate work permit, you are eligible to work full time. But you have to make sure you don't work once you get your transcript and diploma. And for example, you got your diploma 10 days ago and you have still not applied till now. During these 10 days, you are not allowed to work not even a single hour. The day you get your transcript and diploma, you have to stop working, and then you can only work once you apply for your post-graduation work permit. So apply, if you already got your transcript diploma, apply for your work permit, and the next day, the moment you submit, the next day if you have a job, you can go and join that job because your work permit process. So we have another question from Shan. How to find an employer, sir, applying directly or university or anything? Shan, that is a difficult challenge for sure. You cannot find employer online who are looking. There are a lot of jobs available on the job bank. You can have a job bank, then you can submit your resume. If they do like, maybe chances are they like your resume and they want to invite you, then maybe they invite you and you get your PR. Saeed has got, so if I am working as a manager in one place for 2 years while I am in study permit, will that be considered 1 year or no? Saeed, unfortunately, the time you spend on your study permit is not counted toward your any experience. It has to. So if you've got your 1 year work permit, either you have a 1 year work permit. Sorry, once you've got your work permit, either you do a part time or full time. If you do a 2 year part time, that is equivalent to 1 year, or you do a 1 year full time. That counts toward your express entry. So do you need to give IELTS again if we are switching colleges or going for another one? No, Ashmita, we don't need to give that again. Sahil, can we submit a file in the express entry before the complete of your experience, like 2 to 3 months? No, Sahil, you cannot submit it. The minimum eligibility criteria is 1 year. So if that 1 year experience was in India, you already have before you came here, then we can. But if you have no work experience back home and you're waiting here right now, your experience to get complete, then definitely you have to complete your 2-3 months before you can we can help you create your profile and submit your application for PR. So you have to wait for another 2-3 months. For IELTS exam, is IDP or British Council taking 4 modules because speaking is face to face? Are they taking it in COVID-19? Thank you for all your. Yes, they are still processing. I think right now the only IELTS they're taking is through online. So I know somebody who's giving IELTS here and who just recently, but it's only computer based you can give. You can they are taking speaking also. Sorry, it cannot be clear if I do 2 post-graduate diploma which are 1 year duration each, so total 2 year different college. But what will be my post-graduate work permit? Your post-graduate work permit will be for 3 years. Dhruv, after getting invitation express entry, I'm not able to update form. I think I have the job title are different on job letter and one I filled. Through, but I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure we do it regularly. You can update your profile. If you're facing any challenges, you can definitely contact at Network Immigration. We are working online, so our staffs are available for online counseling and all. So if you have any question and concern, definitely. But I'm pretty sure you can update the form, because this happens a lot of time that you have created your express entry profile, and when you get a letter, the job position doesn't match it. But as far as your point is not dropping and you're the same position, maybe the title of the position is different, it doesn't matter too much. Um, I already have 1 year education in Canada, but now my IELTS is expired and I want to take another 1 year education. No problem at all. Even if your IELTS is expired and you've completed your 1 year education, most of the institutions in Ontario, in Quebec, they do still take your application, and they will, some of the college may ask you to write a test, the English test, which is a very easy test. But I'm pretty sure most of the colleges are not even asking for any test after that. So once you have, is it possible to take it? Yes, definitely it's possible, even if your IELTS is expired. So we have a question from what document we need to show from job experience in India, like bank statement or just a job letter. You there are a lot of documents. This is a critical when we submit your application. This is a lot of important information to go. Definitely, your income tax return will help. Your bank statement will help if the salary was going into your account. Your pay stub will help, and a job letter is definitely required. But job letter is the backbone of your application. You have to make sure your letter is in the exact format which is required, which mentions all the necessary thing which it should have on the job letter. Because if you have an experience but your job letter was not up to the date, even people get rejection just on the ground, because the high commission could think that maybe the experience you have was not exactly in the same knock, or you were performing the same roles and responsibility. So it's definitely job letter is the key, but you still need rest of other documents to support your PR application. After applying for post-graduation work permit, is the 3 months work experience while waiting for the permit counted towards? Yes, Siddiq, it does count. As I said, the moment you apply for your post-graduation work permit, you are eligible to work full-time in Canada. So that experience is counted. So that of the time before you got your post-graduation work permit is counted towards your express entry. So once you are finished your 1 year, from the day you started, even if your post-graduation work permit was under process, you can definitely uh, get your express entry experience counted towards that. How about OWP visa? I want to apply for my wife on, is it like spouse open work permit? Are you asking about? Either while I apply for study visa, is it safe or difficult to get? We have been doing a lot of spouse open work permit application, and with very great success rate. So definitely if you're married and you're looking for your spouse open work permit visa, we can help you for your spouse open work permit. Just contact our office and definitely we will help you that. Sandeep Chopra, what is the embassy start taking student visa file? Please tell me. Sandeep, unfortunately, there is no answer to this question. Um, we have to wait. There is no indication from IRCC yet. Then when are they exactly going to start up their taking the new application? Because first of all, I think they're going to process those applications which was submitted before 18 March and which were not processed. I think those will be the first application who's going to get processed. Then we have to see if everything goes well in India. We like the scenario right now in India, particularly is the cases for COVID-19 are increasing. So we have to wait and watch about the lockdown. So there are a lot of factors right now. So we have to wait and watch, Sandeep, to see what when do they exactly start accepting application for new study permit. So coming back to, like we were discussing admissions, about admissions today for September intake. September intake seats are available, and as I said, even May 2020, if you're looking for any application for to start up your program in May, the seats are still available. The colleges in Ontario are giving seat, post-secondary, postgraduate, all the seats are available. So Samantha has a question for us. Spouse open work permit required for NOC OAB for spouse. Yes, Samantha, if you're looking for an extension, you definitely your spouse, you're already in Canada, you already got your work permit. Now, if you're looking for extension, your wife or like your spouse need to get NOC OAB position job. Once she gets a NOC OAB position, then that is the only way you will get your extension. And the duration of your work permit will depend on the duration of your spouse work permit. So whatever is her duration of work permit, will be the duration of your extension of the work permit. We get open visa while I get student visa, we both can go together. Okay, so basically going together is going to be a challenge because we have tried a couple of times from the country. If the country of residence is not Canada and we are applying both the applications together, most of them they don't go through, to be honest. It has to be done separately. For the principal application should get their study permit. Once they get the study permit, then definitely that is the time when they should go ahead and apply for their spousal application. Putting both the application together is not a good idea, honestly. So student visa time essential work. Gurpal, sorry I couldn't understand your question. If you can just write your question again, maybe I'm able to answer it. Is there any chance of post-graduation work permit extension for student on 1 year work permit who lost their jobs? Prem, I think it's a good question to ask, but we haven't heard anything about IRCC. I don't think that's gonna be a situation, but you never know. If they're considering that fact, we don't know. Again, as I said, we don't know. There has been no update exactly on this. Okay, if you lost your job and for only 1 year experience, I understand definitely. If you only have 1 year work experience, that means you will not be able to complete your express entry profile till you don't get your 1 year. Your concern is, I can understand, but unfortunately, right now there's no answer to that question. There's no update from IRCC regarding any of that situation. How I don't know how they're going to look after it. How much band required for 631 for a Baba High Stallion category B? See, any category B, if you are in Canada and if you are that category B position and you're qualifying under Canadian experience class, you can have even low band, even getting 16 each or even less than that in modules is eligible for Canadian experience class or category B. But what you need to keep in mind is the CRS draw. So if you are eligible, you are under the pool, but your profile has only CRS score of 400 and the draw is 447, definitely you will not get any invitation to apply. So but as I said, you do qualify under Canadian experience class. If you even have low IELTS, you should definitely have your profile into the pool. As I said, you may be picked by any of the province for PNP. That could be a chance, but you do qualify for Canadian with even less than 6 band. How many hours students work in essential field? Right now, as there was a update, I think a month ago, right now, Gurpal, for essential field, you are still allowed to work full time, 40 hours till further notice, but only in essential field. Normally, like an international student, you're only allowed to work 20 hours a week, right? But right now, only in essential field, Gurpal, you can work for full time. So if you are one of the person in the essential field, definitely you can work for 2 years. And how much experience required? At least you need 1 year experience to qualify, Sandeep, for express entry under either skilled trade class. Basically, either you will qualify for skilled worker class or Canadian experience class. But for both the things, you need to have Canadian experience class and Canadian skilled worker classes. The skilled worker class you need to have 1 year complete experience continuous. So you cannot have break. But under Canadian experience class, you can have break. For example, you have an experience for 6 months, then you lost your job for 3-4 months, and then you got another job. Even at the different knock level, but you're in Canada, you can complete your 1 year and you still become eligible for work permit. So we have got Kunal who's asking his coach, I'm working for a corporate company as a cook and complete education in culinary diploma after high school. Is there any possibility to get PR in Ontario and the option? Kunal, right now, are you in Canada right now? Are you working in Canada somewhere or you are working somewhere abroad? You can just answer me that, then I think I'll be able to help you. Can you please say about Canadian experience class? Again, it's a part of the express entry, one of the stream of express entry. You need to have 1 year experience, but the difference is between skilled worker class and Canadian experience class is that you can have low IELTS band and your 1 year experience, even if it's not continuous, you still become eligible. But if you need any further information about it, I'll ask you to kindly contact our office. Definitely we will be able to help you with that. There's a question from Vishal. I'm an international student and we have applied for my wife's open work permit on 6th Feb. It was paper application from India. When can we expect? Vishal, if right now the only application they are processing, as far as we understand, is the online application. So I'm not pretty sure when are they going to look at the paper application. But the application we did before prior to this COVID-19 situation, they were online and we are getting results. So paper application, I don't think they're right now processing those paper applications. So you might have to wait for some time, um, or we have to see how it goes about that. So Gurpal has question 40 hours or 40 plus full time. You can work full time is normally 40 hours, but even if you're getting job more than that, you can still go ahead and work, but it should be only in essential field. You have to make sure it's only in essential field, which are classified as the essential sector. You can only do those jobs. If you are, for example, just working in a normal store, and if it's not an essential thing, then definitely you're not allowed to work. Will Will IRCG extend biometric date even the period 90 days of service? Yes, issue. The chances are if they are still closed and they are not able to accept the application or they are able to accept the walk-in for biometric, then they will definitely extend it. There's no other option anybody has right now because that is a part of their application process. But they're not going to reject those applications if you're not able to do it online. They understand the situation because they're the one who has only stopped taking those sort of things right now because of the COVID. So you have to wait, and it's going to be automatic extension. You don't need another letter. If they whenever they open up, definitely you can book an appointment and go for your biometric. CEC applicant at the current, what do you think the CRS point will least reach at? So now I know that's a tricky question, but there's again the least there's no answer to it. But last year, right example, I remember the least was 413. So that still doesn't seem to be achievable right now because the last draw was 447. But you never know. We have to wait and watch. But the chances are it can go till 440. That's what my expectations are. Or looking at the way the draws are going right now, it's reducing every time. So 440, 435 seems achievable. Let's see, wait and watch how it goes. The next question we have from Mandeep: is there a time limit to apply for PNP in Ontario, such as within 2 years? Yes, Mandeep. Depending on the most of the honestly most of the PNP in Ontario have that requirement that you need to have completed your education not within the last 2 years. It should not be more than that. So most of the PNP have that option. So I'm actually from India. Requirement for the remain same if I apply for the barber category. Yeah, the requirement. So then it's changed. Then it's changed. And if you are from India, it's a different. It's under skilled worker class. You don't have the same uh, requirement as for the students who are in Canada. So it's a difference. So if you're in there, then definitely you need full 1 year work experience, and then you need high IELTS. Then you need 6 band in each for your IELTS to qualify. So Gurpal Singh Randhawa, it's a factory of custom products who made hand sanitizer. So it's essential or not? Gurpal, I think it should come under essential because sanitizers and face masks are something which everybody wants and needs right now. Even if the offices open up, there will be more demand for it as more people start joining and working. So I think it should come under essential worker. I'm pretty sure it should be an essential work. So you should continue working full time if you're working full time. There should not be any problem for you. But as far as the job, the hours are available and the employer are ready to give, definitely you can. Hi Lisa, if you have got any question, thanks for joining us. If you have any question, definitely you can ask any. I'm taking up any questions regarding to any immigration matter. Although the topic of the discussion of today's video was admissions in Canada, but definitely, as I said, I'm available right now to answer any question about you have about any immigration needs. This is a challenging time, but as I said, Network Immigration has been delivering whatever we have promised. We are working online. Our staff is available online. You can call our office. There is counselor for every situation, whatever situation you are in for admissions, for PR, whatever your job, your questions are. Definitely, you can answer those. You can ask us those questions. Uh, Thank you, Shane, for asking the question. How great a job you are doing. Wishing you the very best. You are the legend. Thank you, Akram. Thanks for your comment. Definitely, we try to help all of our clients. Immigration is one of the topic where people have a lot of questions about it, and recently, because of COVID-19, the situation are changing so frequently. There are updates about all sort of categories right now. Like the CRS is coming down, and there's been update about the new pilot project being launched for the PR. So it's a challenging situation, but definitely we have to face it, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go away very quickly. and we will be safe back working in the office and help you client face to face. But right now, online is the only way to get connected. So that's why I came online today to answer all your questions, whatever concerns you have, anything about immigration. Yes, definitely we have. Sahil, what is the processing time for study permit extension right now? Right now, I think Sahil, it's taking around approximately 2 months to get a study permit extension been granted. But again, it depends from case to case. A few of the cases from November 2019 got stuck for very long, and recently, but yeah, they all have got visas last week or this week. But a normal processing time, an average processing time right now is 2 months. You can at least expect 2 months before your study permit extension has been granted. So, friend, I know as we all are facing the situation, we have to. I don't know when exactly we'll be out of it, but definitely the good times are coming soon. I'm pretty sure. Now coming back to what we were discussing about admissions for September 2020, 1 year program, 2 year program in Ontario, Quebec, BC, wherever you are based, the programs it's still available. Ask us if you have any questions, if you have any friends who are looking for admissions for September 2020, refer them to us. Definitely, we have got seats available in Ontario. The fees are also like in Quebec. Normally, the fees are lower than Ontario, but right now it's not too much advisable to move to Quebec because looking at the right now, like if you talk about Canada, Montreal is the place where the maximum number of cases are there. So I don't think Quebec is going to be a right idea moving right now because of the number of cases. But definitely once it's dropped down, the advantage of Quebec are definitely there. You can go ahead. The fees are low. People are staying here, still staying in Ontario, going to Quebec. Although it's not a safe option, but a lot of students are doing it, and there's no harm in it because the tuition fees are definitely low in Quebec. So Quebec is a good option. But I'll not personally advise somebody to move right now to Quebec because of the COVID-19. Because the cases, like still, like even today, there was the around 700, 800 cases, and maximum of them in Quebec are from Montreal. And I know the students who wish to go to Quebec, most of them prefer going to Quebec, to Montreal. And because of the COVID-19, I'll advise if you have if definitely you're looking for 1 year program, as I said, we have got seats available for September. You should take up those seats here and continue your education because it's still at least better than what we have in Quebec. We have got another question here. I got my biometric request for PR and I'm almost completing my 90 days period. Should I have to contact IRCC or should Lisa, you don't. If you want, definitely you can go ahead and contact them. But I don't think there should be any concern because 90 days. I think they're going to automatically extend that time period because they are not accepting those biometric right now. So if you want, you can drop a web form through IRCC notifying them definitely that you are aware of the situation and you are looking forward for your biometric and you're waiting for the High Commission to open up that services so that you can go and give your biometric. You can give an update through web form. There's an online web form you can find where you mention your application number and then you send that information if you want. But I'm pretty sure there will be no rejection for sure. Right now, they're not rejecting any application. If you're not, if say example, you don't have your PCC right now, your PCC has expired or because of medical issues or because of biometric not been done on time, they're not rejecting any application. So they're holding on to the application and definitely they'll send an update for the further extension. How many official drops are allowed in studies? Asmita, basically you're only allowed, say example, if you're a 1 year program, you should try to complete. If you get more looking for a work permit, you can only get a work permit if you're doing your education continuously. There should be no drop and gaps. If the college is giving you any drop or gap, definitely then it's okay. For example, you do a 2 year program, it's a 2 semester, and then 1 year drop, another 2 year semester. That's completely fine because that's what college is offering. But you should not take unnecessary drops because that's going to affect your work permit and definitely your PR later on. So you should not take unnecessary drop unless it's required. You should try to finish your studies as soon as possible. As I said, the sooner you finish, the sooner you get your work permit. The sooner you get your work permit, you complete your experience. When you complete your experience, definitely you become eligible for PR. So try to finish off the studies as soon as possible, and definitely that's going to help. Gurpal Singh is what about CDI college? Will they offer 3 year work permit after a student who study there? Can they work in Ontario? Yes, Gurpal. most of the students are doing the same. If you do, depending on the length of the program you're taking up at CDI, definitely uh, you can complete your studies and you will be eligible for 3 years work permit. And student who study there can apply. Yes, they can work in Ontario. The only thing you people will not be eligible for, if you want to file a provincial nominee program for Quebec, you will not be eligible for in that case, because for that you need to be residing in Quebec, studying in Quebec, and then only you become eligible for their PNPs. If you are not uh, staying there and staying in Ontario, then you can go ahead and complete your education. You can work here because you're allowed to work part time. The only thing is, as I said, you'll not maybe not eligible to apply for your PNP through Quebec streams. So that is the only disadvantage you have. Other than that, people are doing, a lot of students we know are doing this, so it should not be a problem. I got my IT last month, but I am not able to get any job because of COVID. Can you suggest something? Mahendra, if it's a question more regarding, I think, about your job here, because you already got your ITA last month, so that means you already qualify and you got your invitation to apply. You can obviously go ahead and apply for your permanent residency. But for the job, unfortunately, we will not be able to help you out. You need to get in touch with your either with the job agencies who can help you out. Unfortunately, as I said, we will not be able to help you out for anything related to job here. So there's still a lot of people who are joining us, who have just recently joined. This is an open platform right now. You can ask any questions you have regarding your immigration concern. I will be still available for another 5-7 minutes. We came live at 4 o'clock, so it's almost around 5 o'clock now. So, but as I said, if you have any question, concern you want to ask, definitely you will be, Maninda, no problem. Thanks. Thanks for asking us the question. If we could be of any help, we can definitely, we'll try to help you out. But as I said, job is something, it's not something as an immigration consultant we do. So you can obviously look for the option for the job. Definitely you will find jobs when the situation get better. How many hours we need to work in CDI for 3-year work permit? How many hours we need to study in CDI? See, it depends on the college program, right? You have to be full time. You cannot be a part time student. Minimum hours considered full time is around 20 hours a week. So at least your study should be 20 hours a week so that you are studying full time. But I know there are a lot of colleges in Quebec who I'm not pretty sure how many hours they are teaching you. But minimum full time study is around 20 hours a week. As far as you're doing it, whatever college it is, doesn't matter. You'll be considered full time, and once you complete your course, depending on the length of your course, you'll get your work permit. So it all depends what program you're taking, what length of program it is, and that will only make sure that how much of duration of work permit you will get. See, right now, I think getting a permanent residency through expeditious entry through any of the stream is very easy. CS code is dropping down. So if you, that's the best time right now is, I think, because of this COVID, this is a golden opportunity. A lot of students who have worked so hard, who have finished their education, who have completed their studies here, who have got their work permit, and who don't have too much of score in CRF, they have been very lucky through this COVID-19 situation because CRF dropped down. I know, but other than that, definitely it's not a good situation to be in right now. But as I said, there's no control to it, and we cannot basically have that too much. Gurpal Singh has it's 2-year course, 1,200 hours, early childhood education full time. Gurpal, basically the thing is, that's a tricky question. I know if you talk about 1,200 hours, you don't qualify for 3 years work permit. It should be at least 1,800 hours as per the rule. But CDI student, I've heard they still end up getting 3 years, but I have a doubt on it. If you go by the books, definitely 1,200 hours should make you only eligible till the duration of your program. But because it's a 2-year complete, so I've heard people getting 3 years work permit even completing this program. But I may be wrong here, but because as I said, technically, if you go to the website, it clearly says it has to be at least 1,800 hours programs to be eligible for post-graduation work permit. So you should cross-check with your college or with your seniors who have already finished the program there, or your colleagues who have done that. Maybe they are in a better position to answer that. But I've heard people getting 3 years work permit with it. So I think that's enough for the, I think there's a lot of things we have already answered about immigration, about admissions. Net Worth Immigration is, our office is in Brampton, Ontario, and our office in India is in Karnal, Kurukshetra. So if you have any friends or family who are looking to come to Canada, who are looking for study admissions, any sort of admissions queries or PR, definitely our offices are there, and most of the offices we are operating online and we are still working. If you have any questions about, definitely go ahead and you can still ask us. Otherwise, I think we can again. I'll be joining. I'll be coming up with more live sessions soon, maybe next week sometime. We'll announce it on our platform whenever it's convenient. I'll come and answer more questions you have. If you have any question, concern, definitely I'll try to help you out. Before I go, I have a question from Lisa. Hi, can I continue working after submitting my application for work permit extension, or should I have to wait? No, Lisa, I've already answered this question, but I'll still answer it for you. You can still go ahead and work. You don't have to wait for his approval, because the day you apply for your work permit, you become eligible to apply to get to study to work full time. So you can work full time, should not be a problem whenever your decision comes. And this time frame, what you're spending is called applied implied status. Under that status, your work permit, your experience will be still counted towards your PR. So that's a good thing. So keep working till you're going to get your decision, and you're eligible to work. So thank you, Gurpal, for answering, for taking up the question with us. Can I combine work experience at two different workplaces to get a 1 year but different job title? Yes, Jose, definitely. Again, I've answered that question, but I'll again answer it for you. You can, under Canadian experience class, you can take two different jobs. Even if you have a gap, for example, you have a 6 month at one NOGB position, then you lost that job, or you left the job, then you joined another, you got another job and you work for another 6 months. So that gives you a complete 1 year. That 1 year, again, you become eligible for Canadian experience class, and that will make you qualify for PR. But meanwhile, while you're getting your 1 year experience, make sure you get your IELTS done, your ECA is done, education credential evaluation has been done, so that you're ready to submit your PR file as soon as you complete your education and experience in Canada. So thank you all viewers for joining us today and taking up the questions. It was a pleasure answering them. As I said, I will be available soon next time, very soon, to answer more questions you have. Till that time, you can contact our offices. Our offices are available. Like we are working online, our staff is available and helping him. We will be soon joining back office, and will be taking personal walk-ins, but that will be only on appointment basis. So no walk-ins will be allowed. So you have to book an appointment prior before you come, but we will notify through our social media channel whenever we are coming back to the office to have a face-to-face meeting. Right now, I hope everybody stay home, stay safe. As far as we are home and we are safe, definitely we have a whole life to live and enjoy. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you back again. It's Vishal Manocha from Networth Immigration Solutions. Thank you.